So thank you, Mark, for the introduction, and welcome to all of you to this NBAA. We are extremely excited to be back at NBAA for a second year in a row. Amazing show for us last year in Vegas, and we are looking forward to this show. So all of you, Mark, I think gave you some of the logistic, and we are excited to have you all here. So maybe in a nutshell, this is actually what you have in front of you. If you go to the next page, these are the 4 pillars. I'll do it myself, guys. Perfect. So this is the 4 pillars actually that are making Bombardier today. As you know, we have 2 very strong franchise platforms, which is the global family and the Challenger family. Well established. All together with the Learjet family, we also have about 5,000 airplane in service, as it's mentioned here on the slide. We're now getting close to 15,000 people in the company, and our revenue this year will be somewhere around $6.5 billion. But I think very important, as you know, we said that 2 years ago as we relaunched the company, having services being a major pillar of growth. And GC will give you a more detailed update later, but this year alone, we had 1 million square foot of service center space. But also, we've created, and I'll talk about it in a few minutes, the new Bombardier defense business, which is actually extremely successful right now. We're building this business on the back of the global and Challenger platform, which is a very attractive way for our customer, which is all around the world. If I go to the next slide, talking about United States, I think this year we've made a very important announcement. First of all, we made our Wichita, our head office for the defense business in the US. And this is a very significant move for us as we do create a business, as we make our headquarters in Wichita here in the United States. But also, I think the presence of Bombardier is significant and growing in the United States. Right now at this stage, we have about 2,750 employees, and we're hiring another 400 in the next coming months, actually. We have $12.2 billion of business here with multiple suppliers across 49 states. So we basically buy parts or manufacture parts or build airplane or build parts everywhere in the United States. We have 1 manufacturing site, which is a very important one in Texas, where we do manufacture in Red Oak the wing of the Global 7500 to become the Global 8000 also wing. So, and 5 service centers led by Jean-Christophe and his team here, and very broad presence across all the US. I think, some of you were at the show in Geneva last spring, and we were very excited, Bombardier, of, announcing the Global 8000 coming into service by 2025. This is clearly the flagship of a new era, as we like to call it. Already we were leading, in terms of airplane performance with the Global 7500, but I think now we're pushing it with a more performance on the airplane, the best cabin altitude in the industry, the more range at 8,000 nautical miles for a real 4-zone airplane, and basically the same cabin that will be on the Global 8000. But of course, the speed also, the airplane will be certified at 0.94, and I'm sure you've all seen. If you haven't, I will invite you to go on YouTube and see the video where we actually went supersonic to certify the airplane. So there's a video on YouTube that is actually very amazing that you should all see if you haven't looked at it. So let me also go to the next slide, but the next slide is going to be important because that's one of today's announcement actually, and we are extremely happy to announce, the new executive cabin for the Global 7500 and Global 8000 aircraft. I think we take a great pride within Bombardier of listening to our customer at all times. And clearly the feedback, through our sales force and through a lot of our people was about, you know, fantastic airplane on the 7500, but we would like to have a more executive, you know, suite instead of the traditional one that we've launched a program with, which includes, you know, 4 zones. So this one will be like a 3-zone, basically a 3-zone of about 12 feet each, where we're gonna give all the workspace, you know, for executive to be able to have, you know, meeting and be able basically to run like if they would be in their boardroom or at the office, you know, their company from, you know, from the air. So this is very innovative. You'll see, we'll give you more detail. And I would suggest maybe that we play a little video right now that gives you a bit of a good wrap up of what the airplane will be. Space. First of all, the office suite features the most legroom, of course, of the industry. Each seat boasts its own independent, full-size side table for a highly efficient workspace. But also you saw the conference suite is perfect also if you want to do video conference or presentation or anything that you would do, you know, in a normal office environment. Finally, the C-suite is an ideal space to focus, relax, or for confidential conversations. So it provides an added degree of privacy, and calm provides the opportunity to take a moment to rest and freshen up, you know, before disembarking. If you go to I go to the next slide also, I want to talk more specifically about, you know, the executive cabin that also introduced the new Nuage Cube, a versatile piece of furnishing and the latest addition to the Nuage collection. It blends modern design, as you can see on the picture here, with an architectural innovation. It can be titled on any of its sides for uses as a footrest, stool, or around any small table. So the Nuage Cube is conventionally placed in an elegant credenza housing unit when it's not used, and secured, of course, for taxi or takeoff when landing. So this piece of furnishing blends seamless with the executive cabin. So as you can see, innovation continues to be a huge part of Bombardier's DNA. And we are proud to unveil this next cabin here at the show. So clearly, you know, we are listening to our customer, a lot of CEO of company, you know, people are helping us to shape up the world together, you know, are moving around like a lot and using our global 8000 and 7500. And, you know, we had a lot of feedback about, hey, can we make this cabin, you know, like a workspace environment? So we are going to offer this possibility now. And this is going to start, you know, as soon as we are ready with an introduction in a few years from now. So without further ado, okay, I will ask Jean-Christophe to give you an update on some of the business we have in aftermarket. As you know, aftermarket has been a key priority for us. First of all, to improve the customer experience with Bombardier. You know, I just mentioned we added 1 million square foot of space, you know, over this year alone to increase our presence and grow that business internally. And also, you know, GC is going to give you an update on the pre-owned business, you know, that we've launched about a bit more than a year ago now, that is doing extremely well right now. So without any further ado, GC. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, good morning. This is exciting, isn't it? Ah, there you go, there you go. So as Eric mentioned, I'm going to give you a quick update on what's up in the aftermarket side of Bombardier. We're very excited about our certified pre-owned program. Now, if you remember, we've launched this last year. This program is about Bombardier scouting for planes, pre-owned planes in the marketplace, buying those planes back, refurbishing these planes while they're in our own service centers, and then selling those aircraft back to the marketplace. And we're very happy to report that the market has received this innovation really, really well. When we look at these certified pre-owned aircraft, they spend on average 50% less days in the market than other comparable pre-owned aircraft. And it's a testament to the success of this program, led by our very own Chris Milligan, who sits right here. Say hi, Chris. So let me give you the not-so-secret recipe for certified pre-owned in 5 points. First, all of these airplanes come in with a brand new interior, like new, completely refurbished in our many interior refurbishment facilities we have around the world. They also come with a fresh coat of paint. That's number one. Number two, latest technology is available on these airplanes, whether that's in the cabin, so latest connectivity for internet, or whether it's in the cockpit with the latest possible avionics suite that we're equipping and upgrading these aircraft to. Thirdly, peace of mind. These planes come with a manufacturer's warranty, 1 year OEM warranty, and can also be covered by some of our fantastic options on the Smart Parts program, such as the corrosion protection. So these airplanes, because they transit through Bombardier, are eligible for these fantastic options of our Smart Parts program, just like a new aircraft would be. Number four, when Bombardier scouts the market for these planes, we actually focus and single out the best possible airplanes, those that have the best pedigree, and those are the planes we bring onto the program. So when you're actually purchasing a certified pre-owned, you know that it comes with all of the intelligence of the OEM in figuring out which of these 5,000 airplanes are the best ones to put through such a program. And finally, this is a Bombardier exclusive, so very, very happy to be leading the industry when it comes to the certified pre-owned mindset. And obviously, it's one of the many innovations that this company brings forth. When it comes to the pre-owned market, let me stop on this for a few seconds. There's roughly 500 transactions of Bombardier aircraft every year. And this is a very stable number. It's poised for growth, as you can see, in the next couple of years. So let me tell you that our plan is to capture a significant portion of that market through the Certified Pre-Owned program. So by the time you see us in 2025, we'll be a very significant player in the pre-owned market as we move forward. Another mission we've given ourselves to this endeavor in the pre-owned space is really a mission of education. You'll see us produce every quarter a pre-owned market report where we discuss values of Bombardier pre-owned aircraft, the level of inventory of each platform, and also discuss some of the best upgrades you can actually apply to pre-owned platforms to increase their value. So it's a really useful document that we publish and we send to our customers and to the public in general every quarter. The next one is coming out in November, so don't miss out. But you'll see a lot of our OEM intelligence when it comes to the pre-owned market. We publish and every quarter. Now, obviously, such a large endeavor in the refurbishment space can only be made possible through the vast investment that Bombardier has made in its service infrastructure. Eric has mentioned it. This year alone, through these 4 amazing service facilities, we're adding 1 million square feet to our worldwide network. Eric and I celebrated already this year the opening of Singapore and Melbourne, Australia. That was 2 weeks ago. We're still, for myself, recuperating from that crazy trip around the world. But we're about to fly later this fall to London, where we're going to do the official opening of our London Biggin Hill Service Center, which you see on the top right. But the one I'd like you to specifically remember is the Miami Opelika Service Center. We're going to be having our grand opening on October 31st. So if you'd like to come trick or treating with us on Halloween night, we're going to be hosting our customers, partners, government officials on October 31st in Miami, Opelika. This is the largest Bombardier service center under one roof we're going to have moving forward. It's really our flagship, so please come see us and enjoy the night with us on October 31st. On this, I'm going to hand it back to Mark for just a reminder of what comes next.